All right, today's job is a Happi Jack repair. So this would be my fourth one that I've done. I actually had to replace one of them, but I was able to clean two of them. This is the third, and they're working great. So stay tuned. Here's one of them that I had. I cleaned up, took it all apart, cleaned it all up, nice. Works great now, where it was not working very well at all previously. Real easy to take it off of the jack itself. You know, here and here. Remove those two, and this head will pop right off. Watch out, there's a spring inside here with a little grommet. I'll show you it on the counter. Make sure it goes back in the same way. All right. This is it on the bench. I'm taking it out. This is the old one, and it was the one I had to replace because my father, who owned this thing previously to me, didn't know how to get the motor out of this casing. So he actually cut it on the bottom. As you can see here, it looks like there's a little groove, but no, that does not come apart. And I'll show you a trick after on how to get that thing, the motor out of there, real easy. I found it somewhere, and yeah, really nice. So you'll see here, this is the previous motor taken apart, and basically why I couldn't use that anymore was I wasn't able to find magnets. So two of the magnets on the inside were crushed. You can sort of see the magnet right in here. It's a sort of, you know, curved, and you'll see it on the other side here. Try to get in there, but there's magnets in there, and usually there's four of them, and one on either side were actually crushed. So I couldn't find the magnet, so I went out and bought a new one. But here's all the parts that were in it. Here's that spring and grommet, as I was telling you before, that's in the camper itself, right, or in the jack itself. And then here's this crushed magnet that I told you about. So you'll see all the springs and, you know, obviously magnet, right? Busted. So I went around town looking for some magnets, but no, can't find them. So after we get that sucker off, basically to get the motor, you know, off of this housing part here, basically take out all 6 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a here, anyways, it's a Robertson red. So I'll get those 4 out, and then we'll get back to you. All right, all 6 out. I'll start pulling that apart. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you as well. The connector, right? You remove the connector off the camper, and I'll go over to the camper and just show you where that comes off. This little hole here, going to be key later when I show you how to get that motor out of here. Real ingenious, whoever thought of that. So here's that little plate, basically a little 4 screws connected to, you know, the terminal here that goes inside of the trailer where the Happi Jack control panel is. So yeah, real easy, right? Just those connectors there, pull it off, and then when you put it back, you know, put it nice and flat and put the little casing back on, and you're good. My dad, he you know, was funny. One of the controllers on his Happi Jack was, you know, up instead of down and down instead of up. Real easy to repair. Go on the inside to the control panel and switch the wires around on the control panel, and then everything will work apropos. All right, see you in a bit. Okay, I'll try to put this on something here so you can sort of see what I'm doing. Not looking too good, but leave it on the counter so you can sort of see me wiggle it out. Yeah, and watch out, there's gears in there. Usually you start here like that and pry it out. You're gonna need a screwdriver, hold tight. All right, flat screwdriver. Get it in there and just sort of pop it out on the corners here. She's ready to come out, I can feel it. Just sort of lift it upside down here. And everything should come out nice. And yeah, there'll be a bunch of gears in there. You're gonna see them in a second. See the gears starting to come out. That part, actually it's better to lift the top off. And here you see the gears on the inside here. So pretty straightforward. You know, the gears, there's only 3 different types. Obviously you see that one lifted a little bit there. I'll pop that back down so I can get a hand on it. Here, you see that. But really, this is what we're trying to get out. There's one screw here and one just under that gear that we're gonna pop that motor off. So really easy, just, you know, lift these out. Oh, it's just not here. Easy peasy. You're gonna see the little gasket all around here as well. Make sure when you do put that back on that it's all straight and hunky-dory. And then that gear just lifts right out like that. And you see you have access to those other 2 nuts. So I'm gonna get the wrench on that, peel those off, and then I'll show you what it looks like on the inside. All right, 2 bolts out, 2 nuts out, I should say. And it just pops off just like that. Power and everything else. Now this is where the magic happens to get this sucker out of here. I'm gonna go show you what I learned on somewhere. And this hole is key right here. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go over to your compressor and you're gonna blow air through here, and that's gonna pop that sucker right up and out of here. Very, very cool how that happens. Let's see if it works as easy as the last couple that I did. All right, I'll bring it over to the compressor. All right, here's the compressor. Yeah, you don't need a big one. I do a big one, but you don't need it, you know, that big. You just need 90 psi. But here's a little word of advice. When you actually go get your air tool, take out the reducers. There's usually an air reducer in here. I've already done it really easy, you know, just unscrew that and you know, put a bigger end on it and lose the reducer so you don't lose the pressure that you're looking for. This is just a rubber fitted one, and it'll fit up nicely on the back end of the motor here. All right, and you're gonna put air on it and you're just gonna blow it up like that, and that thing is gonna pump right out of there. I'm gonna try it with the camera here and get her all set up. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. All right, stay tuned. All right, I'll give it a go. Hopefully the camera's on right. See, you see it in the back here, and boom, just like that. How easy was that? Where my dad had much problem trying to get it out of there, and it popped right in the garbage here. But yeah, real easy, real nice. Now the motor is completely accessible. So how sweet is that? A little air goes a long way. All right, let's get it on a bench and rip that thing apart and see what it looks like on the inside. Yeah, as you saw, that came out real easy. I don't know, maybe this one was in a little looser than the other ones. It seemed to come out a little easier than the last ones as well. But yeah, trying to pull that out was damn near next to impossible, you know, by the top. Trying to get onto something here and pulling it up, and you don't want to ruin any of your little, you know, teeth or grooves in this spot here. So we'll just pull the screws out here, the nuts and bolts, and the screws will pop down and expose the motor so I can start taking it apart. Watch out, you do have obviously what are they, little brushes in here, and you have to make sure when you put that back together that the brushes fit nicely. I thought it'd be more of a problem, but actually it went in pretty good in the last one, so hopefully this one will be the same. All right, I'll start taking those off and then pull it open and see what it looks like. All right, just pulled those right out. They just slip, you know, right out on the inside. I'll try to put the camera down and pull that apart so you can see sort of what I'm trying to do here. I usually start with the wire here and try to help fandangle it from the wire. Remember those brushes are in there, and it's gonna, you know, sort of close out. A smaller screwdriver maybe is gonna help a little better. Smaller screwdriver. brushes on the inside there, maybe. See? Brushes here. Seeing better that way here, the two brushes. When you just pull it off of there, you just saw it pop down, right? When you put it back on, make sure that that's up and on top of here, both sides, so that it'll go there nice. So there they are, the brushes are out and off. Springs, make sure you don't lose the springs on the inside of that. There it is. Just gonna leave it like that for a second, try to get you a better view on the inside of it. Yeah, springs are obviously underneath, pretty easy, you know, push the spring down. There's a trick, somebody was showing me that you can hang the wire of the brush in the back and then pop it out after. We'll see if it works for me or if I do it the way that I did it manually. Alright, so it doesn't look too bad, but let's get this motor out of here and see how dirty that is and how the magnets look. Let's take a look on the inside. Alright, you can get the... it doesn't look that bad. Pop it up here. There's a light. It seems to be... well, she's pretty tight nonetheless, but let's take it apart and clean it all up nice. Alright, that's going to slide right out of there. So, yeah, so there it is, just popped out. Look at it. Certainly all of this corrosion is not going to help at all. So I'll get the brush on that, clean it all nice. Make sure everything else is nice. I'll take a little bit of, you know, sand this down slightly. Contacts here, that's where the brushes are spinning on that baby. So, and looks like the bearing on the bottom is nice as well. And there's a bearing in there that holds it up. The same as right here. This little bearing here. Looks okay. So let me clean that baby up and let's see what it looks like after I clean it up. I typically use a bit of, you know, wire brush. I actually do put a little WD, or not WD, a little brake clean on it. I don't know if that's good or not for it, but you know, for the other ones they work fine, so I'll do the same thing here. Alright, let me get my stuff and I'll come back and show you sort of halfway through. Alright, there it is. I cleaned her up. Much better than it was, as you can see. Still a bit of pitting on it, but certainly works much better after that. I just put it on the wheel over there, the wire wheel, and that's what I did with it. I'll put a little emery cloth right now on the on this here just to clean that up. So a little piece of emery cloth right there and get that cleaned up. All right, nice and clean now. Take the emery cloth a little bit here and see what that does, and then I'm going to get that thing all nice and clean. I'll shoot it with a little brake clean and clean that all nice there. And you'll see the 4 magnets in there, 1, 2 on either side, 3, 4, and those are the problems that I again I couldn't replace with that other one over there, but keep it for parts, right? So yeah, I'll clean that up, blow it both out real good with the compressor, and then start putting it back together. Alright, all cleaned up. You can see there's a little bit of pitting on that, but blew it out, you know, sanded it all down nice here, nice for the most part, no more rust. Clean that puppy out real nice. So we'll start putting it back together. Again, I'll take a look at that there in a second, maybe blow that out as well, but let's get this body and I forget what you call that, some sort of impeller. Yeah, it only goes in one way. Remember the this little loop where the power wire goes in is at the top, so this will go in sort of like that here. Right, up and through. So I'm going to try to keep it over here so you can sort of see what I'm doing while I'm on the bench. Right, and as you can see, magnets here like crazy, so it pops in there real nice. Feel for the you'll see there's 2 little grommets there that fit in nice. So that's in there good on the bottom. Now we'll work on the brushes. Get the brushes in there. I'm going to try that trick that somebody told me here and see how that works but I'm going to give that a little blow. Make sure we don't lose the magnets, or not the magnets, the springs here. So hold tight, let me see. Alright, I'll try clean that out a bit there. So let me get the springs apart. Push it back in there. Separate them. This one you see there. Put that right in here. It's tough to see, but hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'm brushing there. Square it up. There we go. It's in there. The spring is in on that side. And what they do is they... Whoops. Oh no, that's good, yeah. They take the wire here and just push it on the back like that to hold it all recessed back until you get it into play. See, that holds nice. Let's just see if it's going to work for me. Same thing for the top. Push that spring back in there. See, whatever helps. Brush. Oops. Probably hard to see, but dangling. There we go. And again, move the to the back of it. Holds it into place. This one's got a little bit more stretch on it, but let's just see. Now we get that back on. Again, remember that goes like this. Try to move it so you can see a bit better. Here, move that wire around me. Just to bring it up where it's like this. We'll see if the brush makes it past the... Okay. Look for your notches. They look like they're here and here. Again, look at the brushes in there. Into place. Whoop! See, one jumped out there. Let's do that again. Well, sometimes you gotta play a bit with it, right? One there. Usually hold it by the wire, works. Make that back around. Clip it on there so it doesn't pop out. I'm going to do this one here on the other side, way over here as well. Like that. There we go, nice and tight. That's going to slip in there real good. Let's get this one here as well, a little bit more over to this side. There we go, tight. See, it's lots of opening here. So let's slide that right in, and then that should go in real nice. Yep, it goes over there, and just before you get it all together, as it's all lined up, you go back and you basically, take your little screwdriver. Hopefully you can see that. So now it's tough, and just move that so that it's down. And there, the spring is in place. The brush is in place. It's on the right side. I'll do the same thing over here. This one you might be able to see it a little better. Coming off. See, there it is right there, and you can see that it's inside there. It's touching the right spot. So, same old. Pop that little, like that. There we go. The brush is in place. And then you put it the rest of the way down. Looks like that's it. Make sure everything's good here. And there we go. Grooves are nice. There we go. A little spin. Spins nice. There we go. Back together. Let's get these pins back, screws back in all the way through. Hopefully it's not too close. The camera I can't see really. Boom. One. And the other side. There it is. screws and nuts. A nut. Nice. All right. So we go back in the sleeve. Now let's clean that sleeve out of it too. See, it's a bit tight. I'm gonna push down on it. There we go. All right, back in there, nice, and then we'll put her back into this thing. Like before, it comes up. A lot of grease there for some reason, but so yeah, the wire comes on the inside, and your rubber grommet will go under here. That's the side it goes on, like this. Come on. Oops. What the heck is that? Dirt. Like that. Wiggle that in there. Nice. And you'll see the little gap will close up when you get it in right. And then just screw those two nylon lock washers down on here and here, and then we'll be right back. So now we put the gears back in. Remember which is which. Is this one here first, I believe? Yeah. And then this one here. There we go. Nice, nice. Lubed up. Oh yes, don't forget about your gasket. It fell off. Where is it here? Here. It's a little chewed up. A little cleaning. Ah. All right. Nice all the way around. All right, the old cap. Simple again, straight on. I think it's this way, is it on? Let's just see. Is it this way? Looks like this way. So a little bit. Boom. On. Get this on here. Good. Let's get those 6 back in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we're close to put it back on. Clean it up. Yeah, so it's ready to go back on. Yeah, I hooked the wire up to the battery just to make sure the gears were all good in there, and yeah, it was turning nicely. So yeah, as I said before, this will pop in here. Make sure it goes into that spring, and that spring and that pin are appropriate. There we go. And we'll just turn the handle a little bit. That should pop down, or flip that switch down here maybe. There we go. Boom. Simple as that. Bolt, bolt. I'll do that. Plug the power in. Put the cap back on. And then I'll bring out the Happi Jack controller and see how that works. Alright, stay tuned.